job.
We've got a big job on today, so I've had to call out the big guns because I knew Craig would struggle. So Keeks is here to help us get the cows in. Go! Go!
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you when we wake. Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
Here's stuck behind the gate. You lift this up like this and then slide the pin back.
Found what we're looking for in life.
Now get her up.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
Stay for the night.
With you and I, the future is bright.
You get them all in? Second one over the top.
Yeah.
Do you like coming to work? 23 altogether. That'd be okay here.
Yeah.
We did indeed remember the roto clip disc. And here she is. Ooh, sexy. So like I said, I put it on this corded grinder, which we use on the back feet this time. Last time we used them on the cordless grinders, which turn a little bit slower. They usually work perfectly with the Trim Tech and with the Hoof GP disc, but I think with this it'll cut even more smoothly than it would on the other grinders. Let's crack on and see what we think. The ropes are frozen solid. What did you just say?
It's not level, so you're going to get you're going to make it level.
Kier's just took a look at this foot and said, now that one's not level, so you're going to have to make it level. He's absolutely right. We need to make sure the weight is level or evenly distributed between the two claws. A+ for you.
Using a new disc can be really hazardous. I don't know the feel of it, I don't know how aggressive it is, and I don't know whether it's going to bite or not. So we need to be extremely careful and make sure that the cow's foot is as firmly fixed as possible. We're using 3 different discs today, and this one is made by Trimmer's Pal. It's the Hoof GP disc. I really do like it, although I would prefer it to be slightly more aggressive.
Oh, even all the levers are frozen this morning. Must have been properly cold last night.
This is the Trim Tech Titan Titanium, currently my go-to and most favourite disc. Although after today, it may just get relegated.
Next cow.
What you've got.
It'll be obvious from the feet on these first few cows that they are extremely well looked after. And actually, believe it or not, this is a very good test for a new disc, because it shows just how delicate and precise we're able to be when we're using it. Having said that though, I err on the side of caution and use my knife to finish off the first few feet.
Cow poo all over my hands. So this cow's block is clearly not in the right position. To be honest, I don't know if that was us that put it on in the wrong place or whether it slipped after the fact or what's happened, but we're definitely going to correct it. Okay, so now I can see it's in the air. It has been put on in the right place, but she's walking on her heel, which has completely worn away the back part of this block, which is kicking her ankle up, and she's walking uncomfortably on it. So we're going to get that block taken off and a fresh one put on if she needs it. So first job, remove that block.
So a really common question that I've been getting an awful lot lately for some reason is, do blocks cause problems because of the extra height? And the short answer is, yes, they do. And we need to manage the likelihood of those problems by making sure we remove them at regular intervals, and if another one needs applied, then we'll reapply it. The likelihood of a block causing a problem is the lesser of two evils.
I really love that disc so far, it's good. And by the way, have you noticed how many blocks actually stay on with us? When you stick a block on with Bovibond glue, it's very rare that they fall off. Ideal. Right, let's clean up that inner claw and see how she's doing. She had a score 2 ulcer 5 weeks ago, so I'm keen to see this inner claw so that I can see whether she is recovering or not. Because she might not actually need a block. Do you think she'll need a block?
When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
Okay, so the perfect situation has arisen. She's completely healed. She had an ulcer in here, a score 2, which is relatively severe, but it is completely healed, and we don't need to put a block on this outer claw anymore. So she will walk 100% better. Happy days. So here's a cow that was in 8 weeks ago. She's actually got blocks on both of her front feet, and one of them in particular must have been pretty severe because she has 2 blocks, one on top of the other. Here's the first one, which is a wooden block. We'll clean it off in a second. Here she is, looking very happy and dapper. Here's the second one. So we have a wooden block in here, and on top of that we have a smart block. It's covered in poop just now though, so we can't see it. You got some tissue paper, please?
Your tissue paper, sir?
Oh, thank you. Well, this is looking pretty good. So she is doing all fine by herself, and we're going to leave these blocks on so that she can continue to heal. There's a slight rawness under there. This iodine should fix that though. Nice and high. Can you see that wooden block in behind the glue? Let's see how the other one's doing. So the second I've touched that just to clean it off, it's actually started to bleed. So this one isn't healing as well. Definitely starting to heal though, just not to the extent of the other side. Oh my, get some petrol. Oh no, wait. Nice and high. A bit more iodine. So while we're waiting on that block drying, how's the roto clip doing? It's buttery smooth, really smooth, but it is incredibly aggressive. If the cow was to flinch at all, then we would definitely be making a big error, but luckily, in the Appleton Steel, their feet barely move. I am really used to using Trimtex. I've used them for years and years and trimmed hundreds of thousands of feet with a Trimtech blade, so I'm not going to be as fluent or as natural or as in tune with the roto clip as I am with the Trimtech yet. Having said that, it models extremely well. What's wrong with you? Nice. Having said that though, it models extremely well, very easily, and we've hardly had to use the knife on some of the cows, which from a speed point of view is fantastic. And the speed thing isn't because I want to get through the cows quicker. Well, it isn't. It's not for my benefit. Getting through cows quicker is good for the cows. We want to get them back in with the herd and back with their friends. This is nearly hard. Colder temperatures mean the glue takes a lot longer to set, but it's important that it does set properly, and a lot of people don't take quite enough time or appreciate how long it truly takes to set, which is why they're blocked. Fall off. Done. Hey Craig, he's got biscuit.
What?
He's got biscuit. I'll go and ask him for one. Just give me the biscuits, right? Just hand them.
So my first day of using the Roto Clip round, which they modified for me, has been a true success. It is as smooth as butter. It's really nice to use, and it's very aggressive. When it comes to modelling, it's really accurate, precise, and we can get a deep, wide model. But it will take thousands upon thousands of feet before I'm completely at one with the new blade. Thanks for watching.
When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.